What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. So I've been playing Sons of the Forest pretty much nonstop since it came out, and I'm really enjoying the building, other than the cannibals constantly coming to knock down everything that I've worked so hard to achieve. So what I did was create a world where there were no enemies so I could build in peace. Now, before I show you where we're going to be doing the first build at, it would be awesome if you could like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know if you like these kind of videos, and if you want to see more, I will continue doing this, but here's the first location that we are going to be building. All right, and here it is. This is where we're going to be doing our very first build. Now, my idea is to do it on top of the waterfall, and I would like it to hang out over the edge a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but we're going to try out a lot of stuff to get it to work, but I want the water to be running underneath of the build. Okay, so we are here at the top. Now, in order to be able to do this, I'm going to need to sleep until winter so we can actually build on the water here. Another thing about these builds that I want to do is that around the area, I don't want to ruin the landscape. I don't want to cut down any trees because I haven't actually witnessed them growing back yet. So what we're going to be doing is using a log duplication glitch. There's a couple of them that I'll show you before we start. Also, whenever I made this world, I forgot to adjust my hunger and my thirst stuff, so I'm going to need Kelvin to constantly be getting me fish. You know, if he does a really good job, what we're going to be doing is building him a nice little cabin, someplace for him to retire on the island. And so if you guys like this series, maybe eventually we will do that. But let's go ahead and get started. So my idea is to have this kind of out over the ledge here. So right about there looks good. First, we're going to get this square, and then we're going to get started. Okay, so I've been messing around for a little bit, basically just trying to get this straight across how I wanted it. And to be honest, I'm not really a big fan of how this looks. So I think we're going to scoot it back a little bit and then try to build out over it a little bit further and actually use maybe some braces underneath to kind of give it a more realistic feel. Okay, so here is an update on what we have done. I took out the pieces along this side here and just replaced them with these half logs just to give it more of like an overhang feel. But yeah, this is where we're at so far. So we're going to go ahead and just get a grid put down, not the entire thing, but enough to where we'll be able to build once springtime hits. Okay, so the foundation is done, but looking at it from back here, it doesn't really seem too big. I obviously don't want it to be a perfect square. I need to build out like maybe a couple of rooms like on the sides or the back or something. Okay, so this is the layout that we have so far. I wanted to add a couple of rooms at the back here. I built this platform. I was going to build another room back here, but I thought it was kind of cool to just have it attach up here as like an entryway. But what I think I'm going to do is add walkways from this central walkway over to these rooms on the outside too, just to give it a little bit more, make it like seem a little bit more interesting, I guess. And this is a huge project, so it would be awesome if you guys would like the video. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get back to work on this. Okay, so the floor and the stairs are completely finished. I did a couple redesigns on the front. I didn't like how the entire building was just one, so I made these separations, like little walkways out to the balcony here. And unfortunately, these things here are not destructible. You know what? They'll add a nice feature. So this is the progress so far. I'm really liking it. I shouldn't have made it so big, but I wanted to do something really nice for my first video. So I really hope you guys are enjoying it. Okay, we are back, and as you can see, I've kind of redesigned the entire front of the build here. I didn't like how this stretched clear across all in one platform, so I decided to split it up and make multiple entrances to the main base area here. Right here is going to be like a little lounge area with a little overlook. I thought that would be kind of cool. And the other two are just kind of entrance points. And I was going to do a bridge here, the same as I did over on that side there, but I decided to do it a little bit different. Because normally whenever I do builds, I like to keep it symmetrical, and I was trying to kind of get out of my comfort zone. Also, since the last time I recorded and built, they took out the glitch for log duplication. So I have to now use commands, which is fine, but now I can do this: spawn item log 50. And then it just poops out logs at me. So that's a plus actually, but I'm only using this for this series. Right now we're just kind of figuring out the wall situation up front here, and then we're just going to kind of build back. But my idea for this area here was to have a staircase going up, probably, let's see, probably like right in here, and having this as like an exclusive access only from the top. So basically like the second floor, you'll come in. I wanted to do like a staircase back here. It's not quite big enough for what I had envisioned though. I wanted to do like kind of like almost a grand staircase where you've got two coming up here into like one platform and then going up on either side. We'll see how it works out, but I'm going to get to work on that part of it. And yeah, like usual, we will be back whenever I have something a little bit more concrete finished for you. Okay, this is kind of the progress coming along now. I went ahead and built the grand staircase looking thingy back there. It's okay. I'm not really a big fan of it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. But yeah, if you jump off of a high spot onto a platform that is over water, you get stuck sometimes. But anyway, this isn't really the vision that I had. I'm thinking about turning these staircases inward. I was just going to have this kind of straight shoot right down into here, but I thought it would just be kind of like too tight of quarters. So I decided to make this like a little room where I'll have maybe some shelves or some, you know, decorations. I don't know. But this is like the VIP section, I guess you could say, of this, what is now becoming kind of like a resort. This has taken me a very long time. I actually was recording all of the video of me building, but I stopped doing that because I don't have the space, because I'm already up to about 6 or 7 hours of footage. And so if you guys would be awesome if you guys could like the video. Oh, hey, what's up? But if you guys could like the video, if you guys are enjoying this, it would be super cool. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get back to building, and I'll be back in a bit with another update. Okay, so I changed up the staircase. It kind of looks better, but this is kind of like the start of the master bedroom suite that leads down to the VIP overlook area. But yeah, I want to bring this out a little bit more. Possibly. I wanted to start on the outside, but I really wanted to get this. This is like the main centerpiece of the build, and I wanted to get this kind of finished on the inside, so I know exactly how high I need to go with the ceiling. Okay, so we have the wall kind of framed out. I actually decided to go ahead and extend this out a little bit more to make this area up here a bit bigger for like my idea of like the VIP suite or whatever. It's still like kind of janky. Also, another update, Kelvin has been just straight chilling somewhere down here. Yep, he's just been hanging out down here. Can't get out. I might have to save and reload the game, but the days of him catching fish have come to an end at this point. Okay, a little update. I've successfully walled... Why am I sinking? I've successfully walled off this entire room here, finally. I started working on this here, and the only way I was able to do this was to add like a ceiling here, because it wouldn't let me extend this peak all the way to that wall for some reason. But what it did do was give me the option to add this, which is a platform-ish. I'm going to try to spruce it up a little bit, make it look a little bit better, but it came through the wall here like halfway. So I made a little fireplace. I thought it was really, really nice. But yeah, so we got the room pretty much done. I'm going to start walling off the entire thing. I didn't really like how these up here looked, and I'm not going to disassemble this to fix it. I don't like how these walls are just too high. I want to do them all like this, but I would have to tear all of this down and risk this not fitting together. And unfortunately, I finally figured out a way to do that properly. What you do is you take a quarter of a log and you will take the other part of it. So let's get that off there. We'll just slap you down right there. You take this piece, the 3/4 of a log, and you just whack it right there, and it makes a full log, but you can keep these like this. And I wish I would have known that sooner, but this is a learning experience, and we will probably learn a lot more along the way. If you guys are enjoying this video, you should check out all of the links that are in the description down below. I am with the company that I own with my brother called 13 Palm Trees. We have a Patreon that you could support, and that actually goes to support every project that we do, which includes photography, YouTube stuff. We've got streamers, we've got podcasts, if I haven't said that already. So you should check out all the links down there. And I've also got like Instagram and things like that down there. I wanted to do one of these a week, and I realized that this is way more work. Even with commands on, it's a whole lot of work. Obviously for the first one, I wanted to do something like big. So the next one will probably be a little bit smaller. I've got a couple spots marked out on the map where I want to build. I appreciate everybody that's watching now. I can't thank you enough, and I hope that you guys are enjoying it. But I'm going to get back to reworking these stairs because I don't like them. I don't at all. Okay, so I have all of the walls for the main building walled off, at least the frame for them anyway. But now is the fun part because I need to build this up at least 2 more stories because I don't want this low roof, especially for up here. So this is definitely gonna have to be at least 1 higher, maybe half a log higher. Maybe I can get away with that just to save some time. Well, that was just a giant freaking pain. I finally got this framed out and working how I want it to, I think. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is taper this down like this and kind of bring it up sharper in the middle. I don't want it to just cut off because that just looks weird. So I want to have like an overhang, and I think in order to do that, I'm going to have to wait until winter again. So I've got the roof pretty much the shape of it that I want and the frame of it done for most of the main part of the building so far. But basically I had to tear out this whole thing here, and honestly it wasn't bad because I wanted to redo this down here anyway, so I got a chance to redo that. But in here, the biggest issue is that the way that I made this roof, since these right here aren't full logs, I can't put the supports there, which means that these stupid little overhangs are going to have to be here. This can actually come out. Okay, so just an update here. We've finished this entire roof here. I'm pretty stinking happy about that. Also, we started working on this one here. Not quite finished with it yet. And this part here has taken me, I've disassembled this like 4 times already. So at first I had this roof here running directly into this, and it wouldn't let me put the slants on this side. So I had to finagle it and raise it by a half a log and then do it. So I've still got to fill in all this stuff over here. And I've got to completely mimic what I did here over on this side as well. So I've gone ahead and filled in all of the logs over here on this side where the roof was done. So we've got everything pretty much almost set up here. We're getting super close to being finished with this. I'm super excited. Once I'm finished, like putting all the logs in and getting everything set up, and I will figure out where to like put windows and things like that to make it look a little bit better, put lights up, things like that. So yeah, it's coming along pretty well. So we got the overhang put on this side here, and I added a wraparound balcony, but I feel like it gives it like a little bit more depth as far as, because everything up front's flat. I need to figure out something to do to kind of decorate the front there. But yeah, it's coming along. Unfortunately, we can't do the corners just by themselves, so you have to have a support. So this is what I came up with for the support. So I figured I would just show everybody what I have to do to get these overhangs, and this is kind of the process here. What you have to do is come up here on each and every one of these. Put this here, and you've got to take one of these bad boys and cut it in half. So you come up here and you've got to put this under there, and that way that suspends out over and you can take this out. Okay, so as you can see, we have pretty much finished this whole section of the roof. We started on that roof there, and just in time because winter is now over. I also fixed the front where it kind of looked wonky, looked too flat. I added a little balcony area, which took me ages, but now that kind of like leaves us with this little platform up here with no way to get up. But yeah, we can come out on the balcony to the sides here. I got to figure out a way to get to the balcony there. So we're going to be working on that. We're going to be finishing up the roof. We're getting super close. So once I get all the walls done here and this roof section here, I think we're pretty much done with the build itself, and then we'll be able to start decorating. Well, that didn't go how I planned it. You gotta be kidding me. I'm not really digging this bridge, and I think I have an idea for... Oh, didn't mean to do that. But I'm actually thinking about maybe like building the ramp up to like here and then doing a rope bridge across or something. I don't know, something a little bit different than just a platform, because I haven't actually messed with the rope bridges yet, and here are all my logs. Nice. So I keep getting a little bit distracted with other things that I realize that I haven't finished yet. So I decided to build this little gazebo up here as like an entry point to the lodge here, and I finished off the covering right here, which leads directly in. So this is coming along really, really nice. I think I am going to probably finish the roof now because I just keep getting sidetracked with other things. So, you know, I've realized that I go a little bit over the top whenever I decide to build something different. I put up the rope bridge and made this cool like little design for it for a railing because there was obviously no railing on the rope bridge, but I thought that was cool. And I was like, well, it needs like an entryway. So I built this and tried to do something like a little bit different and kind of like a gazebo pavilion type thing. I just keep getting distracted. And there it is. Everything is done as far as the building goes. Now, the only thing left to do is decorate. Oh, and, you know, put up doors and windows and things like that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of all of that. And here it is. I am super, super proud of this build. I know that I used mods, but I am really happy with how it turned out. And I think I'm going to call it Party Lodge. So now I'm going to show you around the base itself. So let's get down here to the main entrance here from the back. So when you walk through this door, you'll see a nice little seating area here. This is to wait on your tables because this is now like a restaurant bar. Right here is the bar, and we have our bartender here, Frida. Hi, Frida. And if you come around to either side, these are kind of identical on both sides. Some seats, and I also fixed the issue with the support here. So what I did was add a little deck with some seating out here. Looks really nice. Right through here is like a storage area. Oops, I forgot to empty out all of these shelves. That's probably another reason for the lag. Anyway, we've got the staircase nice and fixed. I decided to make this like a storage room. I emptied out all of the items except for this. That can go away. So I took out those stairs and just made this kind of like a, the VIP lounge is now just another little seating area. Got some flowers out here, make it look nice and pretty. But let's go ahead and head upstairs here. So we've got this little area here, like I said, with the campfires that they keep going out after just a few minutes. But yeah, so we've got this this little storage area up here. I had Kelvin collect all these sticks and rocks for me while I was building. But if you come through here to the quote-unquote master bedroom suite, I have actually changed this whole section here. So now you have two separate rooms. They're identical on either side. You've got storage shelves here, a bed, you have a table with some seats, and you've got, you know, a nightstand with some your medication, some energy drinks, and your watch. You got to have that stuff. And around here, like I said, we've got these balconies on both sides and seating and lights and stuff like that. So if you go through here and go up the stairs, you have a nice little seating area here. You can come out here on the balcony. You've got some bone chairs out here so you can sit out here and enjoy the landscape. So beautiful. So what I did here, since I put these rooms, I had to put ceilings on, and I figured, you know, I haven't put anything back here. I was going to do like some kind of tables or something, but they just wouldn't fit or look right. But I added these out to this part of the roof where we couldn't connect it since there were two different slopes, and just made like a little platform out here. So yeah, if you come out through this way, you can see this is still just the dock here. I built pretty much the same pavilion that's on the other side with a couple benches to rest at. But over here, it's kind of the same thing. Oh, I forgot the benches. Oh well, this looks really, really cool at night. So let me get to nighttime and I will show you how it looks. And here it is. It just glows. It looks so stinking nice at night. The back looks really cool whenever it's fully lit up, like all of these skull lanterns, especially from up here. Like it just looks so cool. Can I put this stick away, please? But this build probably took me about 20 to 22, 23 hours to build. I don't know how many hours that took, but it took a long time. So it would be awesome if you guys could like the video, share it, subscribe. It would be great. And I appreciate everybody for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.